Ah, you must be an adventurer. Welcome to the Potion Shop. How's it going, everybody? Alright, so we're back today and we're talking about Black Desert and the Sorceress class. Now, I played this class a lot and I have some information to hopefully help you guys for the non-awakening skills. We're going to be covering the awakening skills later, and for you guys who don't know, the non-awakening skills are the skills that are before level 56. After 56, you get a new set of skills and it brings a lot of complication to the field, so we're going to be covering that later. Alright, so we have what I call the bread and butter skills. The bread and butter skills are Midnight Stinger, Dark Flame, and Dream of Doom. Those are the really important skills that you need to get a lot of DPS out with your non-awakening. So I would also include Nightcrow in there, but it's a movement ability. It doesn't really include any damage, but it's very, very important. So let's talk about how you actually obtain these abilities and what they do. Midnight Stinger basically just gives you a crit buff and can stiffen the enemy for a short period of time. Basically what you need for this is you need Midnight Stinger 1 and 2, Guilty Consciousness, and Eruption of Guilt. Now they're all in the same tree, but they're called different things for who knows what reason. Now Dark Flame is basically going to be a frontal block, so it's going to be a defense ability. Especially when you get late game, the damage is just not there for it to be a primary damage source anymore. What you're going to need to do to spec into this, you need Claws of Darkness 1 and 2. After that, you need to get Dark Flame 1 and 2. Now, you've probably realized, if you know anything about the game, I'm leaving out the ultimate forms. These ultimate forms are very good, they have some utility in them, but if you're a new player starting off, you don't need the ultimate form. They don't add much damage to overall. They're more utility based, so don't pick them up unless you have extra combat skill points. Now, next that we talked about were Dream of Doom. Dream of Doom, you need everything in that tree, 1, 2, 3, and then on top of that you want to get Imminent Doom. Imminent Doom allows you to cast Dream of Doom instantly. Now, I'm not talking about skill add-ons here, but I'm going to do an honorable mention for Dream of Doom because there is a mana regen add-on that basically allows you to regen massive amounts of mana, which makes it essential for any PvE build, and it's actually decent in PvP in very large PvP settings. Alright, so I mentioned Nightcrow. Nightcrow is a really cool ability. It's basically gives you an invulnerability frame. You can dodge people with it. I will say you can be hit before and after the animation, but when you're in the animation, you are invulnerable. You can't take any damage. Now, with Nightcrow 1 and 2, you can also spec into Storming Crow, which gives you the ability to do Nightcrow a second time, and Storming Crow Part 2 gives you a bound also, which basically knocks down enemies on the ground, but it's called something different in the game than knockdown, so you can chain them together. Now the next ability we're going to talk about is Rushing Crow. This is like an alternative to Storming Crow Part 2. Basically it also inflicts bound, and it gives you a little bit of mobility in there when you're running out of steam with your whatever it's called. And you have Shards of Darkness. You need to get 1, 2, and 3 of this. This basically allows you to get 20 AP for free and gives it to everybody on your team, your guild, whatever, people that are near you in your party. They're all going to get this 20 AP buff for 20 seconds. So this is going to be essential for your build. Now, with this, you need to pair it with either two different skills: Shards Absorption, or Spirit Absorption, or Dark Trade. Either one of those are going to be good alternatives, but basically that's going to replenish your Shards of Darkness, so you can constantly keep that 20-second buff going. That has 20 AP on it. The last ability we're going to talk about is Shield of Darkness. This gives you 12, 13 DP. It says 13 here, but I'm pretty sure it's being changed to 12. So what's important here is this is a 4-minute buff, gives you DP, damage reduction, not evasion, and that's awesome. You only have to pay attention to that once every 4 minutes. Now, we have a bunch of other skills here we didn't mention. Shadow Eruption, Signs of Agony, Flow of Darkness, Darkness Released, with the side perk Rebound Darkness. We mentioned Spirit Absorption, Dark Trade, and another good one is Bloody Calamity. Those are all awesome skills. I don't think they're essential for a new player or a player who needs to conserve combat skill points, so I didn't really talk about them in depth. Also pick up all the passives. They're all awesome. As you have combat skill points, pick those up. They are very, very important. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Next video is going to be about awakening skills, and then we're going to come. Our third video is going to cover combos, and then we're going to get in depth with some of the more intricate transfers you can have in between awakening and non-awakening. So stay tuned, subscribe, make a comment if you have a question, and I'll try to get to as many questions as I can. Thank you for watching the video again, and have a great day.